the magic of compound interest. Do you want to make more money while you're sleeping? In this video, I'm showing you how millionaires are building wealth and investing wisely. I want to open your eyes to see how they are allowing compound interest to become their best friends overnight. And they marry compound interests and they live together ever after, happily, in money, and so beautiful. How do you invest to earn compound interest? How do you ensure that your investment will grow faster in later years because of the effect of compounding? Stick around to the end and you'll be happy you bumped into this video today. You'll be happy you're learning this because you found the Julia Inspired Lifestyle channel. Hi everyone, my name is Julia, and today I want to open your eyes to see the magic, the wand of compound interest, the beauty of investing. So in this channel, I show you how to earn money, how to grow money, and how to multiply your money. So if you stick around with me, I can assure you that in a couple of weeks and in a couple of months, you will be doing better than you were today before joining this. So our investment actually speeds up in growth on percentage basis because of the numbers that get larger through our investments, and the money back appears to grow more quickly. I love in compound interest. I remember in school when we were taught simple interest and compound interest. So I'm going to be dropping that formula for you. Let's see how many people who will be getting it. But that calculation is not really my concern, because I'm sure all of us know what compound interest really means. That's earning interest upon interest. In simple terms, I do love to simplify things. So, two things that fascinate me in compound interest strategy. The first one, the more money you have in your shares, the more in compound interest that you earn. The longer time you leave your money to work for you, the better and more money that you earn. Why? Because compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Even if you start with just $2 a day or a month, please, I'm going to drop the link in my description where I taught us a few weeks ago how just investing $2 per day can make you a multi-millionaire. That sounds ridiculous. To some people, it sounds impossible, but it is very possible, because now we have a best friend who is compound interest. You should really consider making compound interest your friend. And do you know you can just start your investment journey with just $2? Just $2, even $1. I need to let you know on that, because if you're using Passfolio, my investment brokerage, which I have attached the link in the description, you can click on that link and get your account today. It just takes 3 minutes for you to set it up, and with just $2 you can start investing, and before you know it, you're sitting on top of gold mine and you're saying hello to money, and money is automatically your bestie because compound interest became your best friend first. That makes sense, right? So let's move on. So there is active compounding. This is what I think of active compounding. I think of it like a real estate. This basically works more for people who have the money, because when you're looking into real estate, that's for people who have money. Buying property or buying homes and houses take quite a lot of money, which a lot of us cannot do, right? You know that, right? Okay, so I think of it like this. When you buy and resell a house or a land or a home, come and think of it like that. So you earn money when the value of that property increases. Say you buy a property for $100,000 and you sell it off for $150,000. This is just an example. I'm not being specific with any property at all. But that extra $50,000 you make on top of it is where your money comes in. And because you can buy, refurbish, and then resell. But like I said, it's not where everybody plays. That is where big boys play. Even though sometimes people do things like, real estate crowdfunding, where people pull money together, buy out a property, sell off or rent, and then probably sell off later, and they still earn money. But my problem with this is that most times when people get this money, they find it difficult to multiply the money. Sometimes they use the money to spend on things that are not relevant. So would I recommend it for some people? Only for smart people? Yes. So let's talk about the passive compounding. This is where my best friend is living with me in same house. And I purposely want to use that word best friend because if you understand it from that angle, today you will tell compound interest to be your best friend too. So passive compounding. Passive compounding requires time. From a lot of information, from books, from self-development and every other way, I have come to realize that if you start small and start early, you have one big ally, time. And you have a second ally, consistency. So say you start on time and you just do $2 every single day in an investment, and you now let the money work for you. The reason is simple. You can't work 24 hours in a day. Even if you work 24 hours for the first day, you cannot possibly work 24 hours consistently for 1 week. It is not possible. But you see your money. Because you have compound interest as your bestie right now, money can now work for you every day, every month, every year, as long as you want it to be there working for you. And that is why I told people some weeks back not to allow their money sit in the bank, because bank savings has one problem. You're working against inflation. Inflation is already the big enemy. Assuming you have an inflation of 15% and bank is offering you as high as 3%, you and I know sometimes we don't get those figures, right? So you get 3%, you're still battling with 12% on inflation. So how do you beat inflation? By investing, by allowing compound interest to be your real best friend. So for me, I would rather put my money in a stock, an ETF, VOO for that matter, that I'm sure I can get at least 10% yearly return and still earn sweet dividends. And then I allow it to compound. But before you get to this spot, I would like to let you know that you really need to pay off your debts. Of course, because if you have plenty debts, then investing is going to be a struggle. So I've advised that you reduce your debt, pay off if possible, and then start your investment on clean bill. Or if you're a smart person, you can devise a means of repaying your debts at the same time starting your investment with just as little as $2. Do well to click on that link. That is my Passfolio link. And when you do that, you're not going to earn any extra, you're not going to incur any extra cost. Everything is done free for you. And can I shock you? You can actually make up to $50 or $100 to $5 extra for just using my link. So do well to try it. Now, let me just talk about something. Assuming you don't really understand what this means and you happen to put $1,000 in a VOO, or is an S&P 500 which tracks the major companies in US. Now, assuming you just leave your $1,000 and you tell yourself and say, I don't really understand this whole stock jargons. Let me just put in this money here and just allow it to sleep there. Let it just be there. I'm not going to touch the money. I'm not going to withdraw it. And I'm not going to put a single dollar on top of the $1,000. Let me just leave it there. And then in 40 years, as stupid as that decision seems at that point in time, can you guess how much, due to compound interest, your real bestie who looks after you even when you're not looking after it, can you guess how much you'll be sitting on? $53,000 US. No jokes. That is not stupid anymore. That is money that can save you for your retirement. Now imagine if you did more than $1,000, how much you'll be sitting on. Can you see why I talked about it and I said this is the magic of compound interest? And this is why I gladly would like to talk about this. The truth is, I have seen how this works, and really, I'm all about making impact and letting people understand how these simple things work, because sometimes we understand that making money is hard work, and there is a lazy man style. This is what I call the lazy man style, because you're not doing anything. You are simply allowing your money to work for you. So honestly, I do discuss real conversations of things I have done that has worked for me, so that you can even do your own research. You can even consult your financial advisor and get more information on what I'm teaching you today. But the most important thing is you have to learn the basics of investing and keep it locked. All right. So personally, I find it very interesting that my life changed when I learned this information, and I feel like talking about it and helping people to avoid making money mistakes and building and multiplying their wealth means a lot to me, and that is why I am definitely discussing this. So you can see that some of these have had a historic return over the years. They have had historic return over the years that is even sweeter when you reinvest. Come to think of it, do you know that there are some investments you can put in your money, some stocks that actually pay you dividends? Like I mentioned that the VOO pays dividends of about $1.40 per share. Now, imagine if that particular dividend, I think it's about 1%, 1%, yeah. Imagine if you're able to do that and you get up to 16% or 14% every year against your 10%. That means that $1,000 you didn't add anything, and in 40 years it gave you $53,000. You'll be sitting in much more if you actually have up to 16% return. That is why I love to tell you about my community. I have a community where people come in and they learn simpler ways of how they can put in their money to work for them, and the real way to make compound interest your best friend. I have also created a free Telegram group you can even join and be getting some information, and when you're ready to join the community, we'll be glad to have you on board. So I hope today your eyes have been opened, and now you know there's a best friend around the corner you really need to have. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. This video, consider yourself blessed that you watched this video, and please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and drop a comment. Did you learn something today? Are you going to implement it? I would really love to hear from you. And please share this video with your friends. This will be a true blessing if somebody learns this because you are the friend. If you're a best friend, you should do what compound interest does. Watch people's back and help them become better. Thank you. Julia signing out. See you in the next video.